Hi everyone. I am going to read about little Michael Vaughan. He's been missing for a few days now, Fruitland, Idaho, and there's not a lot of information about him. They haven't really released how he went missing or any of the details. It looks like they're doing a pretty darn intense ground search though, which makes me think they do feel he wandered away instead of someone just took him. Very reminiscent of sort of the Summer Wells case where the child went missing and they're conducting this very intense ground search. Sounds like they've really looked and looked and still didn't find him. They have searched waterways. Looks like people are searching all over the land. But again, we don't have a lot of details, so we don't know what happened, and we're just all sort of sitting waiting for details. Last I heard, the nanny was out helping, and they were conducting like a prayer vigil. So, you hope for the best. We don't know what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out my cards. The questions I'm going to ask, kind of the standard child's missing. So what should we ask here? I'm going to ask, was he abducted? I'm going to ask, these cards stick together. This is the Dark Mansion deck. Yeah, I've got more sticking together there. And it's a sticky deck. It feels great when you feel the cards, but they all stick together. Anyway, what I'm going to ask is, was he abducted? Did he wander off? Um, was there foul play? Was there family involvement? Description of where he is now. I'm going to pull a card for how he can be found. Going to pull another card that's going to ask us, tell us about his being found, because, we want him to be found, and we're hoping he'll be found. I think it'll be a matter of time. It seems like he should be. Then, we all hoped that Summer Wells would be found, and she still hasn't been found to this day. So that's not a good situation there. Um, we're also going to ask for some advice for searchers, and if there's a person involved, we're going to ask for a person involved. Now, if it's him, I would expect to get like if it was just the little boy, meaning, and there's no other person involved. I would think I would get like a little page card, or pages can often stand for children. I will say when I meditated, I did see images of water, a creek, a little like canal type, not real wide, but maybe it was kind of faster flowing, and a little boy playing by it. We'll see what the cards say when we get to that point where we're asking about his being abducted. So let me just I'm gonna turn on my heater because my room gets cold up here, and see what we have here. Okay, so first card, we're going to ask about him being abducted. I'm just going to focus on that for a second. Michael Vaughan, being abducted, a card that would tell us about him being abducted. So let's see what we get here. Okay, so we have something in this area. Let's see what we have. Tables all bunching up here. All right, so that's this card right here. That is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is about a card about like Two of Wands is making a plan, and Three of Wands is acting on your plan, kind of going forward, taking the steps, traveling. You see in here, there's a card. There's different directions this person can go. It looks like with this card as a card of being abducted, it's not, I know there's a car there and there's a person there and the person is catching a ride, but in this sense, it makes me think that he moved forward, like in the direction that he wanted to go, kind of his own little plan. I don't feel like someone else was involved at this point. So I'm going to lay that card out, and we're going to ask about him wandering away, because that's kind of getting more of a feeling of him wandering away. I wish we had more information on this, but we don't. Anyway, I'll let you look at this Three of Wands. So you can get an idea of what I'm seeing in these cards too. This is the Dark Mansion deck. Very cute, but you see how the lady's kind of, she can go in a lot of different directions. She's sort of planning which direction she wants to go. She's got her stuff packed and she's ready to move on. So, you know, it's giving me the kind of the wandered away vibe instead of an abducted vibe. We had cards with Summer Wells, which really sounded like the sneaking away and the planning, and we're not getting those here with this Michael Vaughan. So let's ask about him wandering away. Let's just focus on that for a second. So when I do this, what I'm doing is just kind of changing my mind. You know, I'm like, I'm done with that card I just pulled. Now I want to focus on wandering away, and it's just getting my mind in the right frame of mind to read about the next thing. Wandered away. Tell us about him wandering away. Okay, so I think we have one right in here. Tell us about Michael Vaughan wandering away. Yeah, it's this very first card. Yeah. So again, remember I said if we thought it was the child working by himself, we would get maybe a page card. Here's a page card. So Page of Swords, that's a thinker too. The swords stand for thoughts. So I really do think this little guy was an active little guy and kind of had his own little ideas and his own little direction he wanted to go in. And I think he wandered away by himself. He was having fun. This guy looks like he's having a good time, you know. He's out playing. He's got his little sword. He's doing his little thing out there. And I do want to note that there's like a little creek running through here, which is what came to me when I was meditating too, a child by a creek. So again, that's not a very big waterway. It's like a smaller canal type creek, like I don't know how many feet across, 10 feet maybe max, 15. It's not big, you know, it's something small. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Looks like the kid wanting to go in different directions, kind of ready to go, moving forward with that plan. We've got the Page of Swords, him and his thoughts, and again, a child card. So for wandering away, it looks really like he did. I am going to ask about foul play, though. So let's ask about foul play. Okay, so right in here, foul play. It's one of these very first ones. Maybe, yeah, it's this one. Well, that's the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, tens are kind of completion cards. This card, as you can see, is somebody who's carrying like a heavy load. This would be a foul play card. It's not necessarily telling me foul play in any sort of way. It's making me think kind of somebody wandered away carrying things is what I'm thinking. And the weird thing was when like I said, when I was meditating, I saw like the little kid, but he had toys with him, like little like people toys or action figure toys. So I'm not feeling foul play. Again, this person's by themselves. They're walking away. It looks, I don't know, it was close to the evening, wasn't it, when he disappeared? It's getting dark in this card. This person's taking a path kind of out. I don't know if there's any woods by his house or anything like that, but he just looks like he's sort of on his little mission, carrying his stuff and going again in that direction. He wants to go in a direction. Wands are very active cards, and we saw the Three of Wands already, the activity, and we saw the Page of Swords, a child, and now we've got this Ten of Wands, like completing his little journey there. I'm not getting a sense of foul play in this one. I'm seeing this person kind of by himself. Let's see, we're going to ask for family involvement. So far, I'm not feeling that one bit. Sounds like the family is cooperating. So let's see about family involvement. About family involvement with Michael Vaughan and his disappearance. Okay, we're gonna go right over here. I don't know the first thing about Fruitland, Idaho. Yeah, looks like it's right here. Um, so that's the Ace of Cups, and that was the family involvement card. Again, we have water here. We have a cup. It's a single cup. I'm not feeling like family was involved. I I I hate to say it, but I feel like this little guy went down by the water. I just keep getting that feeling that that water was very attractive to him. Yeah, very drawn to the little dragonfly there, like like a dragonfly is drawn to water, like this little guy was. Like he really liked water. Okay, let's see what else we get here. Um, Description of where he is now. So let me just focus on that for a few seconds. Michael Vaughan, where is he now? All right, so we've got some cards right in here. Let's see what we get. If he's by water, I'd expect a cup card, or a card that's got like massive amounts of water in it. So cups are water. So let's see what we get. It's this one right here. So this is the Seven of Cups, and it is a cup card. This card is somebody making decisions. And sometimes with the Seven of Cups, there's all these cups are filled with different things, if you can see. And I want to see if this card, yeah, okay, this one does have it. This is the Dark Mansion, the traditional Rider Waite. Some of the cups are good, some of the cups aren't so good. Some of the cups have snakes in them. But the little guy, and you see there is a little guy in this card, he's making a decision about, I'm just going to say this water, and he might be making a bad decision, is what I'm feeling with these cards, unfortunately. Um, and we saw that the Page of Swords here, the little guy making decisions. Swords are thoughts. He just had a great thought in his head, this little one. He had a great idea and what he wanted to do. And here we see him making decisions. And I do feel these cups are standing for water. We've just seems to be coming out. I think he made this decision. He's just a little guy. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's doing. Um, so let's ask about how he can be found. Okay. Then we're going to ask about just a general, tell us about being found, but how he can be found. That's the second card again. I'm getting like second card, second card, second card. Well, there's a Six of Cups again. So cup, cup, cup. We've got the Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups, Six of Cups right in a row. How he can be found with the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is traditionally in the regular Rider Waite deck. It's one child giving like cups to another, and I think it's a place where he's very attracted to, a place he might remember fondly, a place he might let you see this lady in this card. She's looking at things, remembering fondly, and all those cups standing for water. Um, I think it's a place he remembers fondly. Yeah, he may have went there with family. I'm seeing like this little baby picture on the wall. Maybe went since he was little. Like, I don't know if there's a place around there where they would walk or visit, or place maybe even mom took him, that mom might remember. Family. Yeah. All right. I'm going to ask, tell us about his being found. So let me focus on that for a second. Tell us about his being found. All right, so we have something right in here. Tell us about his being found. Oh, it's that second card again. We just keep getting these second cards. So that's the Hermit. That's a person alone. So I do think he's alone. Again, we've seen that throughout this reading, that the boy is alone. I don't see other people involved. I think he's alone. Maybe he'll be found at night, because this is a hermit card. So, you know, it's like somebody who is alone, and this person is alone at night. Um, yeah, it could even be like night fisherman or something like that. It's just, yeah, it might be a little while. Might be alone for a little while. Huh. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. I'm going to move on. We'll see what, when I get to the end, if more comes to me. Let's ask for advice to searchers. I always like to throw that out there because, you know, maybe something comes, right? So let's see, advice to searchers. Tell me about advice to searchers. Yeah, I'm seeing that, as I'm saying this, that candlelight is coming to me with this hermit of, tell us about his being found. Maybe he's spotted by a flashlight, a light, something about the light. Okay, advice to searchers. Advice to searchers. All right, so this is what we have here. Yeah, it looks like, not sure if it's first and the second, or just the second. I'm gonna take them both. I think it's both. Okay, I'm convinced the boy's in water. And I'll tell you why. I have the Temperance card, and I'll let you look at these, and I have the Knight of Cups. And you see how much water is in both of these cards? Temperance is actually pouring water, and you see all that water around her. And then you see the Knight of Cups walking into the water from the land. Um, you know, it's not the greatest reading because I don't want to find things like this, but you know, that's what I'm seeing. If I was going to give advice to searchers, it would be search around water. Actually, the Knight of Cups is going into the water, and the Temperance is um, pouring water like on a dock in the water. Like she's in the water too. You know what I mean? She's above the water, but she's right there with water all surrounding her. And the Knight of Cups is going into the water. I really think they need to search the water more. Um, I don't like seeing Temperance with those angel wings either. It worries me a little bit, I'll be honest. It worries me a little bit for this one. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'm wrong. That would be the best case scenario. I would love to be wrong. You know, people say when you do these readings, you want to be right all the time. No, there's plenty of times I want to be wrong. You know, I'm just like, please prove me wrong. We're going to ask about a person involved, but at this point, we've had the child wandering off multiple times, and we've had water, 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 and advice to searchers basically look in the water. I'm going to just ask about another person involved, but I don't think there is one. Again, thinking I'll probably get a page card or something. It's just the little guy. I really feel like it is just the little guy in his disappearance. Um, Meaning, somebody taking him off away. All right, so when this happens, yeah, I'm getting nothing. And that rarely happens to me. Usually I'll get a card that actually stands for something that I can relate, but when it happens, it's a clear no. It's there's no information about that because there is no information. So I don't think anyone else was involved. I hate to say it, but it looks like this little guy just kind of, we'll go over the cards again, made a plan and acted on it. The little guy wanted to go on an adventure, like this lady with her suitcases. He was ready to go. You do see some wands in this card. It's a three of wands. It's a very active card. In his mind, he's a very active little boy and he wants to go have fun. And there's all these different directions he can go in. And it looks like he just wandered off. We've got our wandered away card and we see the little boy and we see the sword. That's him with a plan. He's a little thinker. I won't go through all of the cards. You heard the reading, but with especially the end card here, the end cards with all these cups and the advice to searchers being look in the water. Um, yeah, yeah. It's 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 not the best reading. I didn't get any horrible readings about him, but I just see the little guy being curious. He's a curious little guy out on an adventure, wandering away, wandering by the water. Let's hope for the best. I don't read like, is he alive? Is he passed? I don't like the temperance angel wings bothering me a little bit, but let's still hope that there's just hope that the little guy wandered away and that he still could be found. I would love that to be the case. Okay, that's all I've got on little Michael Vaughan. And if I was going to give advice to searchers, it'd be get looking around that water again. I know they drained some areas, but um, yeah, I definitely look around that water. All right, bye everyone. Bye bye.